Cheese.
Hello, my name is David. Welcome back to another tutorial video. It's been a while, so I figured I'd do another tutorial. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to... Alright, and now that the main portion of the code is done, we're just going to type console.read key, and then we're going to put false in there. We're going to put a... Oh, no, that's supposed to be a semicolon. So now we're going to do console.write line, and we're going to put in there a triple new line character. And okay, that's it. We are done. So now that all of our source code is done, our lovely source code for our really basic calculator here, we're actually just going to click run here and see if it works. So after you click run, it should take 1 second to pop up. Alright, and here we go. Here's our application. It's going to go through the loading process and load up all of our algorithms. And... Alright, here we go. So it's going to prompt us to enter a number. So let's start with like some simple 2 plus 2 equals 4. Alright, sweet. So we can see that it gives us the answer. So let's move on to something a little bit more challenging, like... let's see, let's do... What about 4 and 10? Alright, so if we press enter, we should see that... A pop-up window. Oh, what a fucking surprise. It crashed. It... And in case you were wondering, which you probably were not, our Discord is linked below, as well as our website, which you should check out